fine. Okay. Hello, my name is Desiree Shaw and I'm a psychotherapist and I vlog and I podcast about mental health and lots of other things. Stay tuned. I practice at the Priory and privately, and I do a lot of vlogs and podcasts. My aim is to make therapy accessible and change the world one thought at a time. So this is about self-esteem, okay? And I'm calling this video Relaxing Into You, being relaxed into you. What do I mean when I say relaxing into you? So I'm talking about being comfortable with yourself and building your self-esteem. So I'm going to explain the 3 tiers of actually getting towards self-acceptance. First one, which is self-esteem. Self-esteem is something that we buy into by concept of achievement. Okay, so when we are achieving, we feel our self-esteem raises, which means that our self-esteem is predisposed to be lowered because we're not achieving all the time. And when I say achieving, I'm talking about buying a house, having the dog, the family, the car, the job, the money, the grades, the whatever it is, the status, all of that stuff which society gets us to buy into. So that is your self-esteem, yeah? But your self-esteem is predisposed because it's difficult to maintain always having the best, always being on top all the time, and you won't always achieve the highest grades. You might do, but you might not get it in every instance. You might not always get that job, okay? So which means your self-esteem is predisposed to being lowered, which also means that you're gonna probably suffer from self-esteem. Well, you will, okay? That's natural. Then the second tier is self-worth, and self-worth is a measurement of the self, which basically means that you are giving yourself some kind of order of some sort of measurement, deciding that you belong on a higher or lower level based on your worth. So you're constantly measuring. So it's a bit further up than self-esteem. It's instead of it being about what you have, it's about what you're worth. I am worth that. I did this amount of work, so I deserve it. It puts you into measuring if you're deserving or not.
Formula L'Oreal Elnet.
Because I'm worth it.
But then the one that trumps all of those is self-acceptance. And self-acceptance is about just being who you are, accepting yourself with all your flaws and all.
Powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were all meant to shine as children do. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others.
And that actually works towards building a much more secure, comfortable you, so that you're able to structure your life based on your needs, based on self-soothing, based on self-love, based on compassion. All right. Now, our self-esteem, it's formed by our caregivers. So our caregivers are the ones who actually help to form our self-esteem. So if you find that your self-esteem seems to be based on something you've heard about yourself as a child, be it that you were told that you were, I don't know, you were clever clogs, then your self-esteem is probably going to gear you into trying to perform really, really well in school all the time because you were called a clever clogs. And then the moment when you aren't really performing like a clever clogs, your self-esteem goes down. Yeah. If you were told that you never get anything right and you're clumsy, your self-esteem is to constantly doubt yourself and worry that you're never going to be able to do anything right. So you're going to be worried about that because this is the words that you picked up on when you were young, and this is how your self-esteem is actually formed. Okay? Self-worth comes with the step after that, with you believing that you've achieved, so you're worthy of it. So these two, they're like steps. The first step is the achievement, the second step is believing that you're worthy based on the fact that you have achieved it, you've moved into it. Yeah, but people walking by. But your self-acceptance is actually nothing to do with what you've achieved or what is worthy. Your self-acceptance is actually all your flaws, you. It accepts that you passed the grade or you didn't. It accepts that you got the job or you didn't. It accepts you as a whole person. Now, as we're born, we are predisposed to having these issues because we're only human. And we pick up information about ourselves on a regular daily basis. So from the moment of birth, we have started to soak in what our caregivers give us, what they tell us, how they treat us, and what they do around and for us.
You've never set foot in a library. You're only 4 years old.
6.5.
You're 4.
6.5.
If you were 6.5, you'd be in school already.
I want to be in school. I told you I was supposed to start school.
So we are at their disposal when it comes to our self-esteem and our self-worth. It's not until we get to a place where we start wanting to actualize ourselves that we're in charge of how we actually accept ourselves. Yeah? So how to relax into yourself? How do you feel how can you better treat yourself so you can relax into yourself? So the first step would be to set your values and your goals. Right, so values are one thing, goals to support your values so that you are supporting yourself moving forward all the time. Yeah, so you have a purpose and a direction. Sometimes we don't know what our purpose is. When you have a value system and the goals that support your value system, that gives you the purpose. Be compassionate to yourself. Some people get this confused with self-care and so forth. Being compassionate to yourself is giving yourself a break when you need it, is feeding yourself, is having a rest, running, exercising, looking after your skin, giving yourself breakfast because you know you're going to need the energy for the day. Be compassionate to your needs. Notice when your knees need to sit down. Your knees need to sit down. Your knees don't ever need to sit down. Where you need to sit down because of your knees. I say that because my knees are a bit weird sometimes. And check your passion. All right. So what do I mean when I say check your passion? Are you living towards what you're passionate about? Is what you're passionate about something you're actively engaging in? Yeah. Are you working towards feeling that you are doing what you love? Because if you don't, then you're probably going to have low self-esteem and not feel worthy, and then not be able to accept yourself. So that is relaxing into yourself. I'm going to explain how our self-esteem is how it's affected in the next video. So thank you for watching. If you have not already, make sure you subscribe. Okay, and like and share and let me know your thoughts on this. Are you having issues with your self-esteem? Do you want to talk about it? I am a psychotherapist. I'm at the Priory and I'm private, and if you want to have a video session of some sort or email, you can. The information will be in the description box, so take heed and use it. Thank you so much. Bye for now.
For 90 cents, can I buy it with this dollar bill?
That one.
Okay, all right. So if I go to the store and there's something for 85 cents and after tax it ends up being 96 cents, can I buy it with this dollar bill? Okay, all right. So what if I ball the dollar bill up? Think about it now. Like, I just balled the dollar bill up, like, so it can't be worth $1 now. It's probably worth like 95 cents, right? How much do you think it's worth? $1. Listen, y'all gotta pay attention. I just balled it up, so clearly it's not worth $1 anymore. All right, so maybe, what if I step on it? What if I stomp it? I just stomped it. How much is it worth now? Maybe 65 cents, 68 cents? It's still worth $1? Okay, what if I ball it up, what if I stomp on it, and then I put it in the trash can, and it's in here with some trash, and it's around some beer, and some gum, and a bunch of other nasty stuff, and some guy off the street pulls the dollar out, unfolds it. How much is it worth now? Maybe 82 cents? And come on, at least 92 cents? It's okay, all right, so what if I ball it up, what if I step on it, what if I put it in trash, and then, watch this, I tear it in half. Think about it now, right? How much is it worth now? $1? I could tape it? Whoa. Shh. Wait. Wait a second. I just balled it up, I just stepped on it, I put it in trash, I pulled it out, then I tore it in half. And you mean to tell me I can pick the dollar up, I can wipe it off, and I can put some tape around it, and it's still worth $1? Then why, if this dollar doesn't lose its worth or its value, then why do you feel like you've lost your worth of value? Because many of you feel like you've been stepped on, you feel like you've been pushed aside, you feel like you've been abandoned, you feel like you've been talked about, you feel like you've been abused, like someone took from you, someone hurt you, somebody took advantage of you, and deep down inside your core, you feel like you've lost some of your value. And I am here to tell you today that this dollar still has worth and value, because there are some men years ago who put value over this life and said that no matter what happens to it, it can still be taped back together, it can still be wiped off. And I am here to tell you that you were created and you're born and you're here and you have life and you have purpose and you have value. And though you've gone through some hard times and though you've experienced some depression and you might be wanting to hurt yourself and you might want to give up, I am here to tell you you still got worth and value. And there is nothing that can happen that can take your worth and your value away. So what you gotta do now is you gotta pick yourself up. You gotta dust yourself off and you gotta keep moving.